program. And Kathy was his trainer. I'll get it right today.
I'm Debbie Stevens, and I'm the supervisor of the Prison Trained Canine Companion Program and the person that came up with that name. Bongo came to us with a litter-mate brother named Bingo, so we had Bingo and Bongo. And they were donated to the program by somebody that couldn't take care of them anymore. And so we were more than happy to identify them as possible service dog prospects.
Well, I didn't have anything formally in writing on Bongo/Fender. However, my handler up in Sterling, he was Mr. Stewart. He was also very honored and privileged to have trained Bongo, now Fender. The only thing that he did tell me about him was it was more like training a cat. So it was more of a persuasion thing to get him to work. But he did love him, and he was a very good boy for him, so he enjoyed him a lot. Thanks.
So I'm Kathy, I'm Fender's trainer, and I thank Michael for the shirt. We've decided his name is Fender for the guitar and not for the car. Fender was the most awesome dog I've ever trained, so I'm not sure what they were talking about. He was so easy, so he must have matured so much after prison, because you could show him something once or twice and he could pick it right up. He can close the doors I can tell him from my desk to go close the door, and then he gets so into it he can't stop. So as soon as the door swings back open, he runs back over there and closes it again. Fender loves to learn, and that's the most exciting thing, is that he gets so excited when you're teaching him something, and his eyes go crossed, and his head twitches, and he can't control himself. He just loves it. But the best part was meeting Michael and his family, and seeing the connection that happened almost immediately, and how he was definitely my dog. All of a sudden, he's Michael's dog, and he didn't have time for me anymore. He is so connected to Michael, and when I see Michael, Michael just lights up. So it's just been a pleasure to work with Fender, and I'm sure my family's sick and tired of hearing about him. So I'm going to pass this on to Michael.
My name is Mike, and this service dog I love.
For those of you that don't know, Michael has dystonia, which is a central nervous system disorder where his brain sends signals to his muscles to cause unwanted movements. 3 years ago, Michael had deep brain stimulation surgery, which is a procedure they use for Alzheimer's patients, but they also use it for people with dystonia. They put a couple of electrodes in his brain, and there's wires that run down the side behind his ear to a little computer and battery pack in his chest. And it sends signals to his brain, electrical signals, that counteract the unwanted signals that cause his muscles to twitch. We found that it was a good improvement in his upper body. Prior to this, he wasn't able to hold his hand out without it tremoring, so Mike, show him. And previously he got Botox injections in his neck because his head would go back, and he hasn't had any Botox in the last 3 years. But it was a negative on his walking. It made his walking worse. And that's what we're looking for with the service dog, to give him that extra bit of balance that he needs, so that if he moves to the left, the dog will move to the right. If he moves to the right, the dog will move to the left. But the other thing it's done, Michael has really stepped up and come out of his shell with his dog and taken over and gives the dog the commands. He feeds the dog. He's always touching the dog. He is really bonded with his dog. So thank you all that had any part in training these dogs and supporting Freedom Service dogs. Thank you.